Hi Flosstube, this is Amanda from Pennington Terrace. This will be video number 12 and I haven't made a video since November 2020, so it's been a little while and I've got a lot of progress to show you. I spent this morning going through all of my projects and ironing them, gathering up the front cover pages. So for the pages I don't have, I'll do my best and insert a picture for you. But other than that, I have no real plans. I was just going to mix it up with finishes, WIPs, a little bit of haul, and some stitchy kindness as well. So I'll crack on. I'll show you my first finish. This is Mandarik's design piece, and this is Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the type of piece you stitch when your 6-year-old son becomes Sonic obsessed. His latest obsession is Mario, so I'm looking for a piece of Mario, but he desperately wants this to be sewn onto a t-shirt for him to wear. But I really enjoyed this. I'll definitely go back for another Mandarik's design piece. This has blends, it has backstitch. It was very enjoyable. The chart was very easy to read. This is on a 16 count Ada from the Sassy Devils, the ladies down in Tasmania who put out a monthly pouch with stitchy goodies. I'll link it below if anybody's remotely interested in that. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog by Mandarik's Design. It didn't take me long at all. Couple of weeks maybe tops. I'll do one of my own designs now. This was Retro Autumn Flower, and this was published in the last magazine, Down the Rabbit Hole magazine, which is run by Divanali Design Studios and Tia from Calm Creations, and they are both Queensland based stitchers as well. And they do a quarterly digital online magazine, which I was pretty stoked to be contributing to. This is the model stitch, which is on an XJU design linen. And I'll put the details below. Yep. I think the next magazine should be coming out soon. I bought some fabric recently from Number 12 Stitch Co. from Etsy. This is another Australian fabric dyer, but this is Silvery Moon linen, Woodland Pines, which is a nice khaki green, and I think this one's Salted Caramel. Yep, all 32 count, 17 by 26, and they are, I don't know what I was expecting, but they are just beautiful. They're surprisingly nice. I've recommended them to my friends since getting them. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the colour any justice. Sorry, it's a very odd, bright day here in Brisbane, Queensland. But they're just lovely, and I'm really looking forward to finding some designs to stitch on them. Recommend. Lovely service. She threw in a couple of freebies for me, so some thread drops and a ring and so on to keep all my threads together. They're just beautiful. I got a birthday gift from the lovely Deb Wilson. She knows that I'm a fan of my autumnal colours, and she made me a project bag with Pennington Terrace across it. The inside. Beautiful. And Deb, if you're watching this, it does fit my 11 by 11 Q-snap in it. Little pouch to go inside. Same. Deb's talented. She's talented with knitting. She's talented with cross-stitching. She's talented with the sewing machine. She gave me some beautiful Threadworks autumnal colours as well to go with it. Thank you, Deb. You've absolutely spoilt me. Deb also gave me a kit for me to stitch up for my daughter. what have I got here? Do you want to see another WIP? I've been working on, this is my, oh, it's bent, I'm sorry, Sagura Pagoda. Not sure the accent, I'm sorry. Oh, the sun just went behind a cloud, so that might have changed the colour for you. I am stitching this. This is a trilogy, and I'm stitching this with Jay from Jay's X Stitch and Tess from Tess Stitches. Jay's based down in the Illawarra and Tess is based in Canberra. And we are doing 3 pieces together. So Tess is doing the Fuji, Mount Fuji. Jay is doing the bridge. And I am doing the pagoda. So, and here I am, still in the Q-snaps. Here. See if I can get better light for you guys. So you can see I've done all of the beading. This is a little bit like Dimensions kits in that it's very textured. So there's half stitches, there's blends, there's 3 strands, there's 2 strands, there's 1 strand, and you can tell when it really lifts parts of it off the page. Very enjoyable. All of those half stitches, particularly in the sky, go relatively quickly, and I've been beading as I go. So all of these white beads here and over this side as well. So I didn't use the Ada in the kit, which was very, very stiff. I think it might be a Riolas kit, I'm not sure. It's all in Russian. And I'm doing this on a Jobelin, I think. Feels like a Jobelin. So that is my Sagura Pagoda. What's my next one to show you? How about my sampler? This is my one and only traditional sampler. This is a Sarah Newman 1822 Fox and Rabbit Designs. Sarah Newman is also being stitched by Lisa Loves Stitching up here in Brisbane as well. I think she started on the border. Lisa, we should do like a 1 month get together and just commit to stitching for a day on Sarah Newman. This is where I'm up to. I started, let me turn so we can get a little bit of better lighting. I started in the center on the words in the middle. I might read it out to you because it's fantastic. As far as sampler blurbs go, I really like this one. So it's, dead be my heart to all below, to mortal joys and mortal cares, to sensual bliss that charms us so, be dark mine eyes and deaf my ears. All earthly joys are overweighed with mountains of vexatious care, and where's the sweet that is not laid, bait to some destructive snare. This peacock here, so this is 36 count. Is that going to be blurry for you? I can't tell. That's 1/1, that peacock. Let me see if I can make it blur for you. That peacock took a long time. And I've got another one on the other side and a few more 1/1 birds. But yeah, this is my only traditional sampler. It's just a Belfast 36 count linen. It's not Silvery Moon. I'll put the details below. I bought this fabric from Lazy Daisy. It's another Australian stitchy company. Yeah. That's Sarah Newman. I'm going to insert a picture here. This is Nimue Guinevere. And I know this one's your favourite. Don't be disappointed. I haven't got her out. I don't get her out very often because she's a little bit detailed. So I need time, and I need a little bit of space from my 2 young children to concentrate on her. So I'll show you her now. This is Guinevere. Hopefully she's not getting too washed out for you. Doing my best with the daylight today, guys. This is Guinevere. She's on Vintage Country Mocha. Hold her still for you so you don't get wobbly. Her eyes and her lips are 1/1. The rest is 2/2 on a 32 count. Her skin is very, if you look at the DMC individually, it looks quite a yellow colour, but in real life, no problem. Look at her compared to my pasty white. It gives you any... We're mad about sun protection here. Skin cancer's the worst in Australia. But yeah, Guinevere, love her. If I had another lifetime, I would stitch Nimui's King Arthur as well. And it's such a fun stitch, it really is. And I do try and backstitch as I go. Because I dread the idea of backstitching last. And her necklace and earrings and so on will have beads and etc. And a lot of the beads were French. So I found a beading company here in Australia, and I just went with the measurements on the design. So it gave me how many mil and what colour the beads were going to be, and I just tried to match it up the best I can from a store on Etsy. That's been really good. Yeah, so that's Guinevere by Nimui. I'll jump into a haul. We have an Aussie stash unload, and I think I picked this up for about 10 Australian dollars, but I really like it. How am I going to read this backwards? Oh, how about I try the right way up, Amanda? Serenity Patchwork Sampler. I think you can buy this on the Silk Stitching app now if you wanted it digitally. I'm not sure about the colours. I do like the dark and deep purples, but if I stuck with that colour, I would do the dark deep purple, I would do a gold. I definitely will see gold in this. I see a navy, like a dark, beautiful navy blue in this. And I would change the greens to teals, to a teal colour green. So yeah, I'd love to start this. I'd love to start everything. That was a good pickup. Oh, I bought this off Stash Unload as well. This is a Bestitch Me piece of fabric. I haven't stitched on her yet. This is Ada, 18 count. It doesn't say the colour, so it might have been a fabric of the month or something, but it's very green, purple, mottled. I was thinking this would be perfect for something like Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna. Something like that. Not sure if I'm doing the colour any justice, but this is my first piece of Bestitch Me, so. Okay, what's my next piece? Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. Carriage House Samplings. Very common piece, everybody knows it. I'm stitching this for my dad. He has no idea, and that's good because goodness knows how long it will take me to finish for him. I am doing mine on a piece of Picture This Plus Mystic Lugana. So the Lugana doesn't mottle as much as other fabric. Now this one's a little bit tricky for me to hold up. I'm probably going to have to lose the bottom. So this is where I'm up to. Yeah. Let me see if I can get rid of that shade for you guys to see. So there's the top two squares. I really like it on the blue. I'm really glad. I feel like it's working out really well on this blue fabric. I'm really glad I changed it. I haven't had to change too many colours yet, so I've come down to this block here. And I did change the colour of her skin. Her skin was very, very white. I changed it to more of a peach colour. And I changed the colour of the bottom of the boats, I think, to a 435 or a 434 maybe. The rest is largely the same. Really enjoying this house, except this block, the rest of this block is pretty much full coverage, so it takes a little bit of time. Oh, the sun's just popped back out too, so all my colours might change again. Can't control the weather, people, sorry. April in Queensland. Lovely 27, 28, 29 degrees at the hottest. But it's cooling down now. This is Celsius. Cooling down now to the low 20s, which is nice in Queensland. It's very, very humid up here for most of summer, so we're enjoying a bit of reprieve from the humidity. Okay, what have I got? Autumn Cat Sampler. I don't have a picture. I will insert it here for you. This is a Cooler Design studio piece. This is very, 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 very detailed. So whenever I get it out, it always feels like forever to get much done, to get much progress. But here I am. Autumn Cat Sampler. This is done, I've just done this on a 18 count Ada. So I started down here with this beautiful cat. Look at the detail. The pheasant, the maple. Does anyone know if this is Canadian? To have the maple leaf there? I should find out. So the last piece I was working on was up here. I've just started to introduce the birds. And again, I backstitch as I go. I live in fear that I will let it sit and idle away if I only have backstitch left. Once you get into the hang of it though, it goes relatively quickly, the backstitch. So, but the colours in this are beautiful. It's all the autumn colours, which I love. So, yeah. Autumn Cat Sampler. Cooler Design Studio. Okay, this one I've been doing as a stitch along. Alice by Ori TM. And I've pretty much finished down here. I have this symbol to go, and then I'll only have Alice. I've been stitching this with Deb Wilson and she's finished. Oh, I should say, sorry, with Hawk Run Hollow, that was for Gail Phillips for her birthday. That's Gail's B-Day sale. I'll tag that. I'll tag her in that below as well. But I've been stitching this with the lovely Deb Wilson, Mel from Patchy Pony. Mel and I are roughly the same. She's just got Alice to go now, and she's choosing a beautiful floss for that dress. Deb's finished. Of course, Deb's finished. I'm not sure how Nadine, how are you going? Nad's Stitch over in the UK. You have a pretty solid schedule going on. So here's where I'm up to. I'm stitching this on Jay's X Stitch fabric. Jay's is one of my favourite fabric. She's made this beautiful, it's a soft pink. I tried to iron it. I've clearly missed some things. So I'm not going to fill in where the Mad Hatter's tee and his hat are. I'm just going to leave that empty. I think a lot of people are choosing to do that. Oh, Emily in Sydney. I think she's finished now too. Yeah, I might be the last one going. I did actually, although I didn't fill in the other big one, I did fill in the rabbit because my fabric is such a soft pink. I wanted to make him a little bit white, so I outlined him in grey and then filled him in white. I will fix this, but I am going to do French knots for the eyes because I feel like they look a bit weird without eyes. I did a little eye for the mouse as well, But yeah, they were giving me the creeps without eyes, but I'll put in proper tight French knots before the end of this. So hopefully it's not, hopefully that light's going okay for you guys. This is amateur hour Flosstube, I'm afraid. Nothing worse than a Flosstube with terrible, terrible lighting, is there? Yeah, so that's Alice by ORTM. So I just need to finish this here, this symbol here, and then I need to kick off Alice at the top here. But that's a 36 count. I'm doing 2/2 on that one. I don't always do 2/2 on 36. You'll see what I mean in a second. All right, what do we got? You guys want to see a finish? You would have seen this in November. I was aiming to finish this February for my 10-year wedding anniversary, and I did. This is Long Dog Samplers, Castles in the Air. Oh, can I get it in? There she is. Oh, hold on, please. In all of her glory. See if I come back for you. This is on XJU Design Sea Storm Lugana 32 count, and it is stitched with Silks for You in just a white silk. There you are. Loved it. Took a long time. No, it took me a year. It took me exactly 12 months to stitch this. And now I need to get it framed. There's some beautiful pieces around of this. So Michelle from Mitch Stitch, Punk Poodle Designs, she just finished this. By the way, go check out her Plague Doctor design. Love it. So good. I'm sure Abby Topknot will be selling that for her. Ooh, there you go. Castles in the Air, Log Dog Samplers. Next job is to go and get that framed, which I always feel is a bit of a chore. What else can I show you? I've been working on so much. Does anyone want to see knitting? This is a Festival of Stitches knit along. I was so worried when I did this because I feel like it's a bit tiger stripy. Anyway, we start here. This is a shawl I've been working on. So stripes, little eyelets, what you call this, a checkerboard. And then the next yellow stripe will be eyelets, and then I'll have a grey cabling section. So I did a whole section like this of cabling, and then realised I was using the pattern for this side, so it didn't keep shape. So unpicked that a few times, and the cabling was quite nice. So I'm happy now that it should run smoothly from here. So I've been knitting. That takes a little bit of concentration, especially with the cabling. So another finish. You guys want to see another finish? This is the blue flower. Oh my gosh, I've had a mind blank. What's this called? The Colour of Winter. This is done on a piece of Jobelin in a very light ice blue. Apologies if I've already shown it. I'll have to go back and look at my old Flosstube. Give you an idea. I added the U for colour, the British Australian spelling. I feel like this little, what are we calling him? A deer? A moose? I feel like he's very Christmassy. I gave him a red nose. My son told me to give him a red nose. So another piece I need to frame and get hung up. Can't think of what else to do with this piece other than frame it. Would you make it into a big cushion? I'm not sure. I already have a cushion. Gail Phillips made me a cushion. Hold on. There we go. With my... what is it? Great Women in History SAL by Clouds Factory. I think that's what it's called. I didn't do all of them. And I was really sad that there were no Australians on there, because I thought there are some great Australian women in history that could have been represented. But there's an old finish for you. And Gail kindly finished it into this beautiful pillow for me. And I sent her the fabric and she topped it off. But the good thing about it was that she gave me a bit of a tutorial on how to do it myself next time. Thanks, Gail. You guys want to see a full coverage piece? I will insert a picture here. This is Alexandra's Flight of Wonders Heaven and Earth design chart on 18 count Ada 2/1 Josephine Wall. And for those of you who know Josephine Wall, your immediate thought was probably confetti. And here's where I'm up to. Can you guys see that? Let me try and get done right. Alright. Better or worse? I am in confetti hell at the moment with this is over 50% done, so that was nice. This will be 2 years old in June, but all this the page I'm working on at the moment, so let me see if I can get this better for you. Geez, some people are just pros at this, aren't they? And I'm so out of practice, so bear with me. This page I'm working on now is all the flowers that are around her dress and are on the magic carpet. And that's confetti. That's so many colour changes. But I quite readily work on this piece on the train. So over 50%. This one reminds me of my daughter. She has curly hair like that. And we brush it every morning and fight as we brush it every morning. I'm sure she'll remember. Yeah, that's one of my full coverage pieces. Might take me another year, 2 years to finish that probably. I stitched that on the train. I sent a photo to my friends the other day. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see how I set things up on the train. Baskets. Rosewood Manor. One of the prettiest charts I own. This is all charted with Valdani. There's the Valdani box there. And I opted out of Valdani and I just went through my stash. And I am literally choosing colours as I go. So I've got a colour palette now, which I keep pulling from. But this is where I'm up to. And again, because I'm picking and choosing colours as I go, I find this to be a fussy project. So I won't get it out until I've got time and I can spread colours out in front of me and so on. So not a train piece, but here's where I'm up to. This is done on a piece of 28 count Tyco by Picture This Plus. Is that better? I hope everything's not getting washed out for you today, guys. I hate it when that happens. This is just so pretty. And I'm choosing colours by literally eyeballing the front cover page. I look at the front cover and go, yep, that's... Because the Valdani colours are variegated, and the DMC I'm using is not so. But the yellow, I'm also using the yellow in here is an XJU design silk. So when you buy fabric from her, she'll throw in a swatch of fabric or one of her threads And also the pink, the rich pink colour is also so the pink in there, that's an XJU design pink as well. So there you go. Baskets by Rosewood Manor. I really want to stitch their inspirations piece. I've got that all kitted up. I've had it kitted up for over a year. Oh. Anyway, I've got too many projects on the go. And I'll count them. I'll count them later. Is anyone else counting? Do you want to put a counter up here when I edit this? Speaking of fussy pieces, this is my other fussy piece, and I call it fussy because it's got a lot of beading and a lot of color changes, and I find I have to really concentrate on the chart to make sure I'm doing things right. And this is, I'll insert a picture here. Where am I? Here. And this is Enchantress of the Abyss. And why is the name of the designer gone from my mind right now? Here you are. I will have it scrolling across the bottom for you, and I'm sure you're all yelling at the screen. This is my mermaid piece. And this is my Needle Minder mermaid towel from Lisa Loves Stitching up here in Brisbane because I am beading and back stitching as I go. And this is Krynic up here. Bella Filipina Designs. Ah, I knew it would come to me. I love the purples in this. The purples in here, 915 is used a lot. And that was actually my inspiration for my Modern Folk Embroidery SAL. So I'll show you what that looks like as well. I'm not doing the skin colour 1/1. This is a Colour Cascades Lugana in the colourway Oceans, and it's on 32 count. In hindsight, I probably would have went a 28 count. I think that would have helped me a little bit with the beads. But either way, I actually don't think they're looking too crowded at all. It's beautiful. It's such a pretty piece in real life. I'm hoping the video does it justice for you guys. This is a grime guard made by Teaser Handmade, so Taryn down in Sydney. I get a lot of her handmade products. This is my knitting bag was actually made specifically for this. Look at all my yarn. She made me this as well with a keyhole for my wool to come out. Big fan of all of her work. So, oh, there you go. Sun's gone behind a cloud. Does that change colour? A little bit. Enchantress of the Abyss, my mermaid piece. We all need a mermaid piece, don't we? Another full coverage. I've only got 3 full coverage pieces. And I've got one that I'm really focusing on, and the rest I find are just a bonus when I get time on them. This one is, I'll insert the picture. It's called TN Books. I'm not sure who the designer is. Sorry, I'll put that down the bottom, or I'll link it for you. But I'm choosing Stitch and Mummy is doing this, and she's doing it without the background and chose a coloured fabric, and I did exactly the same. The background for this piece was 55% of the chart, so I called Jay from Jay's X Stitch and I said, Jay, this is what I want to do, here's the chart. I believe she's going to stitch this chart as well. Tess Stitches is going to stitch it as well. And I said, can you dye me a fabric that looks like this? And she was like, oh, challenge accepted. And she's just done an amazing job. So this is my very small start. This is on 25 count. It's an even weave. Is it Lugana, Jay? You have to tell me. And I have no idea if the lighting is going to do this justice, but if you see the design, It's got a darker brown on the outside and it gets lighter and lighter in the middle. And this is exactly what this piece of fabric has done. Jay's spent a lot of time and really, oh, look at the cloud. The clouds are literally going across the sun as I'm speaking about this. I'm actually trying tent stitch for the first time on this as well. Let's see if I can get this to be not blurry. So this is 2/1 tent. First time for me. Mixed feelings about it. I tend to do, well, the height I've already showed you is 2/1 on 18 count Ada. And I'll show you my next one, which is 25 count, but 10 books. This is the bottom in the middle. And I'm not doing the background. Oh, can you guys see my stitching in the background? That's me and my 2 children. Mum of 2. I'll put the designer down the bottom for you. There are little French knots for the spots on her jumper. I did a canvas finish on that one. I like my canvas finishes. I wrap it around a canvas and I put it on a little easel. See if it'll stay there. Bookhouse. Another old finish. Let's take you back in time. It's been so long since I've seen you all. I just did this on a purple 32 count Lagana. Chose the colours as I went. Stone Street Stitch Works is the designer here. Another canvas finish. Stay. Another canvas finish. Barbara Anna. This was my first time at dyeing. I just did a charcoal grey Ada, an old piece of Ada. Oh, I'm thinking this is Mandarin or something. I'll have to go and find it again. Geez, you guys are racking my memory today. Anyway, they were close at hand, so I grabbed them so you could see them in the background of my video. What else have I got? Linen and Threads. Linen and Threads, they're yearly SALs, which I never keep up with. I went back and, Mitch Stitch has just finished this piece as well. So this is the 2017 SAL. I think she did hers monochromatic. I've done mine in about 4 or 5 DMC colours. All right, how am I going to get the light to work here? This is done on Picture This Plus, 36 count, dapple grey. And this is, tell me what you think of the coverage of the, this is one of those pieces where I'm stuck, where 2/2 is too thick and 1/2 is a little bit sparse, but I think on the video it looks fine. In real life, I think it doesn't. I think the coverage is not as fantastic. But anyway, I've just started working on the top row of this, and I would intend to do the same 4 or 5 colours throughout the whole piece. If you'd like the colours, reach out to me. The flowers, I'm doing red, blue, green, brown, black and gold. Blue, green, brown, black, gold. That's 6 colours maybe. But again, this is the top row. Just to start on the top row. So this is a huge piece of fabric. I've ironed it and folded it right up just to show you where I'm up to. I tend to get this piece out when we go on holidays. We tend to take the kids down to the Gold Coast every couple of weekends. They love the beach. My boy will definitely be a little nipper, not frightened of the waves at all, and has just got his first big boy bike, so lots of bike tracks down there and not many hills, so we really enjoy going down there, and we always try and get somewhere where we can see the ocean so I can have a good Stitchy view. Okay, this one, you all know it, you all love it. Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery's current Fruits of Plenty sale. Here's mine. Here's my version. I've almost finished April. I've got to get a crack on because we're almost at May. I've got a week. I'm doing mine in 3799, which is pretty much my favourite colour. I'm a huge charcoal fan in DMC and in real life. The silver is 169 and the grape colour is 915 because I loved using it so much in my Bella Filipina. And I've just come down. I've just got to finish April off now. You've all seen it. I'll pop a picture up so you guys can see the full design. Jacob designed it in 2 blue colours. I just whipped out a third for a feature colour. This is a stitched on 32 count ivory Jobelin. I bought 3 huge pieces of Jobelin, one for a Beauty and the Beast piece. The other one's going to be for inspirations. Oh, cloud going behind the sun. How's the colour changing, people? Nicer? You guys are getting a light show today. Yeah, really enjoyed this. There's just a lot of stitching. There's a lot of stitching. I did, after the fact, see people, they only stitch the flower, which is left blank. And I was like, oh, that's so clever. I didn't think of that. But yeah, this definitely eats into my monthly stitchy time. But it's just beautiful. And who knows if I'll keep up. I'm not fantastic at keeping up with SALs. So, okay, I've got 3 pieces to go, everyone. Not long at all. This is, I'll insert the picture here. It is a Carolyn Manning design Summer Garden Secret Labyrinth, I think. I'm doing this on, what's the best way to show you? 32 count. Oh wow, the colour, the lighting in here has changed again. 32 count white Belfast linen. And this is a busy, colourful piece. Doing this for my mum. Her personality is reflected in this so much. She's always thinking, she's always colourful, she is always elegant. She crosses her feet at the ankles and usually wears a brooch and a scarf. Let's see if I can show you some of the details in here. I love the little bees. Don't be blurry. The butterflies. The little bees in the middle. So much detail. This is another one of those pieces where so many colour changes, you need time and you need to be able to spread out a little bit and think about it. There you go. Carolyn Manning. She's come out with all the beautiful patchwork kind of charts recently. It's just great with colours. 2 more. And also a reflection of why I'm not great with SALs. I'll put the picture in here. And I think I started this one on the start date. Our Forest Embroidery 100-hour SAL. Fabric. Let me think about it. Even weave. Bay Rum fashion, hold on, Fabric Flare. There you go, I got there. I bought it from a UK company on eBay and I bought a whole heap of fabric from them at the same time. See if I can keep this straight for you. What do you reckon? I might almost be halfway. I'm working on these 3 now. I don't like working on one owl at a time. I like them all to finish at the same time. I think I've got another row to go underneath that, so. $100 owl SAL, Owl Forest Embroidery, $100 owl SAL, just using the DMCs. There you go. Lucky last, current love of my life. Heaven and Earth Design, 25 count. I'll put a picture in here. Cheryl Baker's Professor McCrum. The most eccentric rabbit I've ever seen. I feel like he needs an eccentric partner. He's huge. And here's where I'm up to. Look at the detail in him. He's smoking a pipe. That's his moustache and his goatee, and that's his, do you call it a carafe when it's not a tie? And he's holding a gramophone here. Olive vines, and I am in confetti hell all the way around here. I keep moving my Q-snap as I please. It's the beauty of Pattern Keeper. He is 344,000 stitches total. He is 1 year old. He was 1 on the 18th of April, and I went back and did the maths, and I've done 34,000 stitches on him in this year. So 4 pages. I'm creeping up to the 5th page now, and so I worked out, so I've only done 10% of him in the first year, which means if I crack along at this pace, it'll take me 10 years to finish. So I was like, no, I can't have that. I really want him up on the wall well before then. So I have put a lot of time into him this weekend. So, because I thought, well, if I just throw myself at him on weekends, oh, who knows? I'm a terrible planner. I don't have a rotation. I am a swee-wee girl through and through. I've got so many projects kitted up, so many I'd love to start. Flosstube's dreadful to inspire you. Let me get closer for you just so you can see the detail. Really, really enjoy stitching on him. 25 count, 1/1, full crosses. Professor McCrum. That's it. That's it from me. Was anyone counting how many WIPs I've got? I might go, when I go through and edit this video, I will count them for you. I will add pictures as I go. That's it from me. Since November through to April, I don't really have any major life update. I am still living and working in Brisbane with my family. My 2 children are thriving. I have no real complaints. The weather is lovely. I am thoroughly enjoying this hobby of ours. As I'm chatting to you now, I will put up details of some of my favourite floss tubers, so you can see who I watch and who inspires me. I'm far more on Instagram than I am on Flosstube, so follow me on Pennington Terrace for photo updates and you'll see where I'm up to. But I'm around, reach out, touch base with me, always happy to chat stitching. But other than that, sorry for the late video and thanks for stopping by. Ta-da!